Lovies, here we are with Parenting Pause this week, heading into May, or we're into May. Just crazy to me. It's my birthday month. I always like May because I loved having a birthday kind of in between Christmas and then halfway through. I get to celebrate. It's springtime. And I grew up in Mississippi and the magnolias are blooming. Gotta love that about May. So I really want to share about how important it was for me and my parenting, and I want to support you in lightening up. Parenting can feel so incredibly serious. I think the stakes feel so high for us because we have this responsibility. We have this beautiful little precious vulnerable being that's handed over to us once they're born, and here we are responsible for their well-being. And I think that can become a very, very serious job. And if we take that too seriously, we're going to have a really hard time stepping into that lightness of being. Now you can see how it gets a little incongruent between the child is often very, very light. When they come in, their energy is light. It's not so heavy. They're not filled with conditioning. So they're often quite playful. They do things quite playfully. They don't know all the rules yet. They don't know about being appropriate. And their life is one of play. Well, if you didn't get the opportunity as a child to really experience the depth and the fullness of play, and a lot of us didn't because we have a lot of expectations on us in this culture to grow up fast, to read fast, to excel, to compete. And so what we miss is that lightness of being. We miss being intimate with where our child is and supporting them in learning and growing through play. And they will. I mean, that's the main way they do learn is through play, not through heaviness, not through chores, not through structure, not through demanding that they be certain ways. One of the highest values of most children is social, emotional, which is based in play. So if you're struggling, and I know I was because I felt that I was a very playful person until I became a parent. And then I got really, really serious. I think I was just really afraid that if I was a playful, maybe I was going to get caught, or maybe I was going to get in trouble, or maybe my kid wasn't going to learn to be responsible. And I don't know, it just got all jammed up inside. And the last thing that I actually was playful. Also, I thought I had to play with her the way she played. You know, it got really crazy and it got really serious. And our household felt really serious. It felt heavy. I started focusing on all the negative. I started grabbing onto anything and everything that I could control, right? And I lost that lightness, my humor, my delight. So if you're struggling with this, if it feels really heavy, you'll feel it in your shoulders, feel it in your body, if you feel it in your weight. As I talk about it, it's kind of like Eeyore. Oh, this is so hard. Yes, it is. Parenting can be challenging at times. But remember, there is another side. And if you can go inside and find that place in you that was once quite playful. I've never seen a child really that's not filled, very young children that, again, like I say, that's just their world is one of play. Make believe. That's how they're experiencing their world. That's how they're making sense of their world. And if very early it gets really serious, and it is these days. I mean, the competition is so stiff in the world, and everybody's comparing. When did your child start reading it too? Right? I don't think when I grew up, you weren't even expected to start reading or even consider reading until you got into school, into elementary school, right? But now, I mean, you go on Facebook and people are showing kids, and how proud they are that their kid can do all these things at 2. And if it's natural and it's normal and it's playful, fine. But often I see it's like just an expectation. It's a show because we're so afraid of getting behind. We're so afraid that if we trust that playful, that lightness of being, if we really trust that is normal, that we follow it, that we be intimate with it, that our children will grow, that they will come into their fullness, that they will have this joy, they will have a lightness of being, and they will, I promise you, they will take things seriously still. So don't get too worried about that, and play with it this week. Lighten on up. Turn some music on, put on some dancing, or do some dancing with that music on, and see what you can do to lighten up your spirit and your being with your children. All right? Have a great week this week.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.